Well, hello. A few days ago, my wife and I arrived at this little farm in Monroe, Washington, where we are staying in an Airbnb for a few days. Now, last year, when I took my road trip, I kind of stopped when I got here and picked up when I left. This time I thought I'd show you a little bit about what a writer does when he's on vacation in Washington to visit family. Spoilers, most of it's playing video games. But some of it is actually quite nice. This farm, for instance. By the way, I'll have you know it's August 20, let's say 5th, maybe. It's raining a little bit, well, drizzling a little bit. And that's a welcome relief from all the smoke and all the heat. My trip up here wasn't the most picturesque or the most fun, but this is a welcome relief from that. So, behind me is the little farmhouse where we're staying, and now here are a series of pictures of everything else. This is Ken from somewhere in the recent past. That's right, I have traveled in time to record this narration. When Vicki told me that we were going to go to Monroe, Washington and stay in a farmhouse, I wasn't sure exactly what she meant. But after driving through fires and smoke and all that heat, it was exceptionally nice to reach Washington and see the temperatures take a little bit of a nosedive and experience a little bit of drizzle, and it was glorious. We had a beautiful few days there, and when we pulled up at the farmhouse, it couldn't have been prettier. You enter through a front door with a beautiful little wreath on it and step into what had to have been my favorite room in the house, the living room. It was just a comfortable little room. The sofas were nice, the TV was really nice, really nice. And I think we spent a good 50% of our vacation right there in that living room. Just relaxing and catching up and, oh yeah, playing lots and lots of video games. We had my nephew Hayden over one night, and we played Legend of Zelda, the Breath of the Wild. We played Fortnite, and we played Super Mario Odyssey. And of all those games, I think Fortnite was the most interesting discovery. We played about 9 rounds, about 3 each. And after we played 1 or 2 rounds, we realized that after you die, the game keeps showing you the progression of that round. So you get to watch better players than yourself play, and you get to see how it's done. And that's a great help. I'm probably not going to become an avid player of Fortnite because it's so damn hard, but it is a lot of fun. So we played video games and watched just a little bit of TV. The nice thing is the house, while it didn't have cable, it did have Netflix and Hulu and a few other choice things to watch. And I got to watch half of the new Ken Burns, well, not that new, Ken Burns documentary, Vietnam, which was really exceptional. I really enjoyed watching it, and I can't wait to watch the other half one of these days. After you leave the living room, you go into the kitchen, which While it wasn't extra fancy, it did have just about everything we needed, including a coffee machine. Whew, thank goodness for that. You take a spiral staircase. I hope you can hear this. You take a spiral staircase to the upstairs floor where there's not one, not two, not three, but 4 beds. We stayed in the room with just one bed, which we had nicknamed the world's most comfortable bed. I have no idea what kind of bed it was, but man, it was comfortable. There were horses outside, because of course we were at a farm. And it was just a lovely little, place to stay. One of the days while we were there, we took a drive out to Leavenworth. Now, we'd never been to Leavenworth before, but we have something very similar in Southern California known as Solvang. And I'd never taken Vicky to Solvang, so I thought I should take her to Leavenworth. And having never been there, I have to say I was pleasantly surprised. It's a nice little place. It's what you expect. It's gift shops and restaurants and touristy crap. But it's nice touristy crap. And I liked it. We stopped for lunch and had a brat and a beer. And we even got some dessert cheese while we were there from a cheese shop. Yum. I hated having to leave Washington because it was so beautiful. It was great meeting my wife up there and spending a few days in our farmhouse, spending a day with Hayden, and hanging out with my brother Richard and his wife Terry. But eventually, I had to get back on the road.
And there you have it. You've just survived another Ken LaSalle video. For more information about new releases, projects in the works, or even stuff from the archives, head on down to kenlasalle.com. You can also find me on Facebook, Twitter, and all around social media, just as long as it's called Facebook or Twitter. Thanks for your support, as always. Be sure to subscribe to this channel, and I'll be back soon with more nonsense.
Well, hi. You caught me. I just finished narrating the voiceover for this video while I'm out hiking. I'm out on an evening hike, and it's very hot, and I'm feeling nauseated. So, yay! But I thought I would take a minute and say hello and kind of let you know what's going on with this channel, because to be honest with you, I bit off way more than I could chew. This is a common theme with me. I tend to start a lot of projects and then realize that I've started way too many to be able to do them as well as I had hoped. So is I can't talk. So is the case there. So is the case now. I started a lot of projects on this channel, and to be honest, I just don't have the time. I'm working on 3 releases right now. 1 for September, 1 for October, 1 for November. That's the plan, at least. It may turn out 1 for October, 1 for November, 1 for December. Either way, 3 releases at one time is kind of insane. Producing 3 titles to be released. Vicky has veto power over 1, but it's still the same amount of work. And I still have a box full of movies that I want to watch and make videos for. And I have ideas for my other series on this channel. But I would like to ask for your patience with regards to those, because right now I've started hiking and putting together the first hiking video for, let's say, this autumn. Let's say this autumn. So right now I'm hiking Chino Hill State Park. And what I'm going to do in future videos, rather than put out a video for each hike I do, this year what I'm going to do is I'm going to compile all the hikes for one area for each video. And each month or so, I'll go to a different area to hike in. For instance, right now, as I said, I'm hiking Chino Hills, and I'm hiking a bunch of different trails. I'm hiking mornings, I'm hiking nights. Nights haven't turned out to be the best idea because of the heat. So you'll see all that sometime early in October, I'm thinking, maybe mid-October. I don't know when you'll see this. And so it will go with every place that I hike. The next place will be Crystal Coves down by the beach, and I'll hike down there for a while. So I wanted to give you a sense of what's going on with this channel and where we're going and what we're doing, and that's basically it. I need to focus more on my work and less, sadly, on my videos. So please be patient. I promise you it will be worth it, at least to one of you. Until next time,